Here we are. Yes! Another week.
It's the disrespect for me.
Disrespect.
What it means to me,
Be prepared.
Do you want it? I don't want it. Because you're asking for it. You're dying for it.
What now?
Beating so drama, I can attest. Trading niggas at a penny press. Arms for what everyone can be. Sister girl, Mr. Birthday. He's for popping our PCSD. Ring of my wire, carry me. That just ain't no team.
Relax.
The D, the I, the S, the R, the E, the S, the E, the E, the C, C. You see, it ain't no T.
Hello, and welcome back to another week of The Disrespect. I am your host, White Chakra.
And I am your favorite foxy, soxy, rule-following regulator, Diane Foret, straight from the 14th floor, head of HR. And do y'all see that extra square just yet? If you don't, it's going to give surprise guests. We have the one, the only, the lovely AP. Round of applause for AP. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I had to join the group and throw my shades on. Hopefully one day I can take this little avatar down and show y'all my face, but not yet because I don't know y'all. So there's that.
Well, thank you for coming to the show. We do love an anonymous girly. Yes, so this week, y'all, we're going to jump right into a nice icebreaker. I think that Miss Diane has a fun game for us girls in the office today.
Me?
What?
I do. I have a fun little game, a little icebreaker. One, to welcome AP before we just dive into things. And two, to just kind of ease us on into a topic that I think make it a little more serious. So I figured we could start a little lightheartedly, okay? So how do you girls feel about cartoons? How do you girls feel about maybe Disney, Nickelodeon? Like how vast would you say your knowledge is? Let's go with Nickelodeon. How vast would you say your knowledge is of Nickelodeon?
Okay, I have a question because as a cartoon connoisseur, honey, because back in the day, a box of cereal and the couch on the morning of Saturday, it went down. So I know all my things, but it is a certain era. Like, I don't know any of this new stuff. You're talking about anything past a certain year, I don't know it, girl. I just know the classics, the good shows. Don't tell me about no shade, no ant form or anything, girl. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with White. I'm definitely a Nickelodeon girl for sure. I love me some Nickelodeon. Rugrats was my shit. I'm talking plethora orange VHSs, okay? Like, there was no question. Disney Channel, yes, I watched that too, but then, I wasn't. That's a Raven. That's it. Disney, that's a Raven. Boy Meets World. That's it. That's all I got for you for Disney. But I'm definitely a Nick girl. I don't know nothing about these newer age shows. I stopped watching really after SpongeBob. After SpongeBob, I was tapped out. No more for me. Mm-mm.
Well, y'all should know that I'm not really talking about any of the newer age stuff because I don't know what's going on either. So let's just hop right into it. I thought it would be cute to play a little game. So I need you doll babies to get pencil, paper, a phone, whatever, and just give me a nice little thumbs up when you have it ready, and I'll jump into the first game.
Ooh,
We're gonna enter the
right. This is Jeopardy going.
I see AP has the thumbs up. Are
God.
you ready, White?
I'm not that fancy. I don't know how to do all this stuff.
I'm new to Zoom. Don't play. Look.
Right, your first day on the job, and you're trying to show me up.
Promote me, Nick.
Yeah, girl. I'm the only girl in here.
Nickel raise today. First day. Nickel raise me, please.
Not the other black girls in the competition. Ooh, I'm ready, friend. I don't know how to do all that, but let's go.
Okay, here we go. And I want you guys to play at home too. So make sure you give yourself a nice little pause in between these answers. I want to see how many 90s Nickelodeon cartoons can you name? And I'm going to give you dolls a minute, okay? So I'm going to count down.
90s?
I mean, it can be from wherever if you think in like 90s, 2000s, like, you know, back in the day, because you girls said y'all wasn't going to know anything from the nows right now anyway. So it should be like the later shows. Because some of the 90s shows carried into like the 2000s that we would have watched as well too. So it's back in the day. Okay. Just how many you think you can name in 1 minute? 1 minute is generous. Y'all like 45
Oh my
seconds.
God. 1 minute is short. Okay.
That is
let's go.
short. I'm saying.
Okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Rugrats.
No, stop.
Write it down, crazy.
Stop. Yes. Stop. Oh my God, stop.
Write it down.
Oh my
That's
God,
all we got to
stop. You gotta keep this for bloopers,
this-
babe. I literally said I started with pen, paper, phone, wherever to write something down. Okay, now you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why HR is so important. Okay,
I need another raise because I was on point. I was hit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought it was a team
AP
game.
has 1 point. No,
Oh
y'all are
my
playing against
God.
each other.
Okay, start over. I'm ready.
It's Squid. If this was Squid Game, right?
I would have been a rap.
All right. So again, in your phone, wherever, I'm gonna give you a minute to name as many old school 90s, 2000s Nickelodeon shows as possible. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Do it have to be cartoons?
Or show?
No, not cartoons, like Nickelodeon shows. Sorry, I should have said that.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
It don't have to be cartoon. All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're at 20 seconds.
Already?
This is scary. I don't like
My
this.
mind just went blank.
Hey,
I know,
that's the
right?
point.
That's what I said. I do too much Stranger for this.
And then I'm like, wait,
Halfway.
Nickelodeon? Ah, fuck. And I was just talking shit.
Ooh. Girls gotta put their money where their mouth is. Girls gotta put their money where their mouth is.
Oh my gosh, this is so
45
scary.
seconds.
Please stop it.
45
Stop
seconds.
the clock. I don't have any
10,
more. This is too
9,
much. Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
7, 6, 5.
This timer is messing me up even more.
I got
3,
1. I got 20.
2, 1.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I have at least half. I don't have 20.
I don't have 20 either. I only have 7 things written down.
That's good though. 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many? So tell me how many each.
I got
All right.
7.
1, 2,
Okay.
4. Oh, okay. I got 11.
Yes, you ate. Okay.
Okay, so
Her.
since AP got 11, give me your 11 and let me see if they're on this list.
Oh, you gonna check? Oh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, I
That's
know
what
it was a
HR
list,
does.
honey.
Okay, wait.
That's what
but
HR
we
does.
did say they didn't all have to be cartoons. It just had to be from the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I did Rugrats, of course.
Her.
Yes.
I did Doug.
Oh, Doug.
Yes.
I did
Doug is on there.
I got As Told by Ginger. No.
Oh my God, that was on Nickelodeon. I would love to ask
No,
her
it
about
was
Ginger.
90s.
That had
It
what's
may
her
not have
name?
been, but I can confirm that was on Nickelodeon. So we're gonna give it to you. Actually,
Okay.
keep going. I'm gonna check where it was. Keep going.
I got Clarissa Explains It All.
Yes, I have that on there.
Hey Arnold.
Oh my God, how did I miss
Yes.
these? Oh my God, yeah, I gotta,
I put The Wild Thornberries.
oh my gosh, yes, friend, the Wild
Yes.
Thornberries. That was a good one.
Okay. I also did Rocket Power.
Let me look.
Rocket
Let me
Power.
look.
That was definitely on Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Okay. Real Monsters.
Oh my God, your list eats, friend. This is such a good
Mhm.
list.
Okay, and then I did the Cosby Show and like the Nanny because I was going.
Not the Nanny and the Cosby.
I
That
love
was
the Nanny.
I love Fran Fine as
Fran
well.
Fine. Do not play
Okay.
with Fran Fine, honey.
Would you like to hear the list that I had? Well, first of all, AP wins the first round. Don't worry, White. I have 2
Dang.
more little rounds. I think this is going to give us 2 out of 3. So the
I don't
first
get to
one
say
goes
my
to
list?
AP. I mean, you lost because you only had 7, but let's hear it.
If we're going by numbers, you lost.
I mean, I just wanted to say my different ones because I had
Yeah, if you have different ones.
Yeah, I had completely different answers. The only one that I had the same was Rugrats.
Okay, let me hear yours. That's
And
not
I don't
Rugrats.
know if you said Rocco's Modern Life or not, but I did. I had that one down.
Yes, that's
okay.
And that was the last cartoon I could think of. My mind went blank, and I just started thinking about the real shows, like All That.
Yes.
Kenan and Kel.
Yes.
The Amanda Show, of course.
Oh,
yes.
And then, you know, we had our Black people shows like Just Jordan and True Jackson.
Oh, what you know about Just Jordan?
And his cousin Skeeter, too. I didn't remember that at the moment, but it just came back to me.
That with Lil Arnaz on there.
Yeah, Lil Arnaz and Megan Good when she was a teenager.
Yes.
Child.
Okay,
What a time.
Okay, go off. I'm gonna do some honorary mentions that I didn't hear, but that are on the list. iCarly. I wasn't an iCarly girl, but shout out to iCarly. The Fairly Odd Parents. I love the Fairly Odd Parents. Zoe 101. Didn't do anything for me. Might have did something for you. Take it back. These are a couple of my nostalgia ones that I didn't hear. The Angry Beavers. I was an Angry Beavers girl.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, I love the Angry Beavers.
Here's another one, Cat Dog.
Oh, how did we forget Cat Dog? I'm sorry. 90s kids everywhere are throwing tomatoes at us.
Tomatoes. Yes. With a little cat dog. All right. We're gonna move on. The next game, you can go ahead. You're White. You're going to need to write this down, honey bunny.
Okay, I got it this time. The girls are ready.
So the next is ranked by popularity. Okay. Most of these are early 2000s, or I mean, they're so big. I mean, this is like top 10 for Nickelodeon. So you probably should have heard this. Now we can either do top 10 or we can do top 5. I don't know how confident you girls are, but the question is overall Nickelodeon shows by popularity, top 5, or do you girls want to do top 10?
Ooh. Top 5. I mean, I'm
top 5. Yeah, let's do top 5. Let's do top 5. Let's do top 5. Okay. So I'm gonna give you those 45 seconds for the people playing at home. Get your butts ready, okay?
Like
you have 40
top 5 shows.
AP, I'm going over the directions.
Okay. Look, that was the Aries in me coming out. I was like, I need to know every rule right now.
I'm about to tell you because I'm about to retell it for the people. Okay. Let me pick back up. All right. So I'm going to give you all, if y'all are watching at home, get your butts ready. The name of the game is top 5 popularity-wise overall at Nickelodeon. So any show at any time, Nickelodeon, top 5. And this is based on popularity. So not gross income, not how long it ran, just for how popular these shows are rated. You have 45 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, 1, action. And this will be a lovely time if you want to be sponsored on the Disrespect Podcast. Reach out to us, me, Diane at HR, where you can have a lovely sponsorship just right now, where you can tell them great things about your business. Reach out. 20 seconds. Ooh. 30 seconds.
Oh, shit.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. You girls got 5? I got 5? Doll Divas?
Yeah.
I'm just not confident that they're the top 5.
Okay, don't worry. For this round, to make it easier, we're going to do the honesty policy, and we're going to hope that you girls stay honest. So I'm going to read the top 5, and then y'all will self-correct, okay? And tell me how many you got right.
Okay.
So I think I should start from 10, just so maybe we'll knock some of y'all's out. So at number 10 for popularity, ran from 1991 to 2006, we have Rugrats. I don't know if
Oh my
anybody has
God.
Yes.
That was my number 1 answer. And it's
That was my
always
number 2,
10.
but yes.
Rugrats is number 9.
Nice.
I mean, sorry, Rugrats is number 10. Sorry. Coming in at number 9, starring, featuring, beginning in 1994, running to 2020, we have All That. I don't know if you
Oh
put
my
All That on there, but
God.
All That
That was
came
my
in at
number
number
3
9.
answer, and it's still not in the top 5.
Oh, not
I'm gagging.
okay. White is up. Okay, he's up 1.
I'm gagging.
Yeah. Okay. Coming in at number 8, starting in 1991, going to 1996, the Ren and Stimpy Show.
Oh my God, that show was crazy. It sure was for a while.
That is crazy. It gave
That
me
show was terrible.
Cartoon Network vibes.
Yeah, it does. I think it ended
I
up
don't
on
even
Adult
think-
Swim or a different channel, like VH1 or something.
It should have been on Adult Swim.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it was very
terrible.
low key, like edgy.
Well, the original one I could say was
Respect.
already edgy, but they redid it when they
Okay.
moved it. It was MTV, I think, that picked it up again, and they made it very like adult. Like it was
Okay.
just too much. It was too much.
Raunchy.
It was too raunchy. The original one was a little bit funnier, but it already was crazy enough. I mean, that show talked about like, you know, yourself, and it talked about sex, gay sex, just a lot of crazy stuff that shouldn't have been on a child show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, coming in at number 7. Don't think I've ever watched this. Oh, before I was okay. Don't tell my tea. Coming in at number 7, started in 1989, short run, ran to 1991. Hey Dude. Anybody ever watched Hey Dude? For those of you that don't know, it says a group of friends work together with their boss at a dude ranch and go through many funny moments and mishaps along the way. Never featured her, so let's keep it going. Coming in at number 6, last one before the top 5, starting in 2004, running to 2007, we have Drake and Josh. I don't know if y'all had Drake or Josh, but now drum roll, please. At number 5, starting in 2001, running to 2017, no other than the Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Timmy is an average kid. No one understands. Hey.
All right.
That was a good one. That was a good one. You said you had that one, AP?
Yes, I had that.
Was it in the right spot?
That was
Or
my
did you just
number
have it?
3.
Number 3. Okay, so you had it. Well, y'all tell me at the end if y'all had any, what y'all had right, and if you had any in the right spot.
Okay.
Number 4, started in 2004, another short one, only running to 2007. We have Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
And I watched
that. Was on my list.
It was popular at the time. I did not write that.
Okay. Coming in at number 3, starting in 2007 and running to 2012, no other than iCarly. Anybody put iCarly?
No.
No.
I thought about it, but I didn't think it was gonna be in the top 5. That's
Same.
crazy.
Okay, well, number 2, starting in 1999, and the only motherfucking girl that's still being aired to this day because she ain't got an end date is none other SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
That's my number 1 girlie right there.
Yes,
Boom,
ma'am.
boom, 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 boom. And finally, number 1, the top Dawn diva. What is it? What's that TikTok? At number 1 spot, again, 3 weeks in a row. We have started in 2005, running to 2008. Number 1 is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh my God, that is my
Anybody put
favorite
Avatar?
Nickelodeon show, and I didn't even put it. Crazy.
And it will be
That just
everybody
shows
else's,
you have
right?
taste, honey.
Yeah. Gag.
Everybody liked it.
Yeah, Avatar was
Yep.
such a good show. I don't even think that we understood what was going on at the time, but
No.
we was blessed. We were extremely blessed.
Well, I got 3.
Mm. I did terrible. I ain't gonna
Okay.
tell my score.
And none of them were in the correct spots. So
Okay. Well, for this last one, hopefully because of this previous game, it should help you in the last one. This is another short one, another top 5. I'm not going to make it too difficult for you, okay? Top 5 shows and how many people you think watched that episode. We got it? We tracking?
I don't think so. So what what are the views from?
We did something we shouldn't have did. You know, like when the show comes out and they do viewership, like when they say how many people tuned in to watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, like the premiere day?
Yeah. How many people do you think watched the show on the premiere day by the million? And these are going to be classified as the top 5 most watched for premiere day for Nickelodeon.
Okay.
So when these aired, this is how they came out.
I'm gonna feel like I'm fucking around and lowball it and underestimate the Earth and the population.
Yeah, me too.
By the millions, it's billions of people on Earth. This is
I know,
millions. We're about to fast forward through the game.
watching.
We're about to fast forward the game.
I know that many people aren't tuning into me.
We're about to fast forward the game.
But I know
Yeah. Okay, I'm almost ready.
So at number 5, it was SpongeBob. The episode was Atlantis SquarePantis. It aired November 12th, 2007 on a Monday at 8 p.m. and it got 8,757,000 viewers. Number 4 was The Fairly Odd Parents. The episode was Fairly Odd Baby. February 18th, 2008 came out on a Monday at 8 p.m. It got 8,809,000.
That was my closest
Number
one.
3 was iCarly. The episode was I Quit iCarly. It came out in 2009 on a Saturday at 8 p.m. and it got 8,848,000. The show with 2 was iCarly. So number 2 is also iCarly, I Saved Your Life. It came out January 18th, 2010 on a Monday at 8 p.m. and it had 11,164,000 viewers. And at number 1 was Rugrats. The episode was All Growed Up. It premiered July 21st, 2001, Saturday at 8 p.m. and it got 11,913,000 views.
Oh, I definitely got Fairly Odd, Rugrats, SpongeBob. Okay, I ain't got the numbers all right, but I got all them shows, god damn it.
Yeah, that was too fun. No bill per.
That was too good. Let's get the bill per.
Okay. Well, now it's time to get into the disrespect, honey.
Ooh. Yikes.
Who's getting it this week, White?
All right, well, this week we are throwing big, shots. Dan Schneider, Mr. Footman himself, Mr. Toes and Hoes, Mr. Pervert. Disgusting.
Bitch, you gonna step on my fucking toe, bitch, with them fucking cowgirl fucking boots, bitch, disgusting.
Yeah, Dan Schneider, if y'all don't know, is one of the executive producers over at Nickelodeon. He is responsible for half of those shows that we were just talking about, making all the money for Nickelodeon. iCarly, The Amanda Show, Victorious, and a lot of the other ones that y'all definitely have seen at least once.
Ugh, I can't even imagine that fat motherfucker putting any type of hands on me as a child. Like, put him under the fucking jail and run him over, stab him, all that good stuff. Like, no, like that. I feel like this has been brewing really since like 2013 though, because that's when I first started seeing like little shit about Dan, like and like little Facebook ads type shit. Like you almost wouldn't want to believe it when you would see it because it would be like, oh, okay, whatever. But now it's kind of like, oh shit, they've been talking about this. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, they had been circulating some things, like little bitty things that started coming out. And I don't know who was the first person that started to expose him, but ever since like 2013, like you said, more and more videos and little comments from different people that have been on set with him, not only like behind the camera.
Working for Dan was like being in an abusive relationship.
Dan's treatment of people on his shows was an open secret.
So my lawyer filed complaints, gender discrimination, hostile work environment, harassment.
But also in front of the camera, like, and we have clips of countless people. Like, I remember this clip of Liz Gillies and Ariana Grande on set, and Dan Schneider comes walking in like a creep, and you could visibly see how like disturbed that Ariana had become. And Liz like immediately jumped to her defense. You could tell that, you know, she kind of protects her on set, and it just was strange.
Whenever I had wardrobe fittings, he always had to be in them. And yeah, so there, thank God there was a curtain, but he was literally on a chair right outside of the curtain. And I remember I had to wear very short skirts.
These were your character's skirts?
Yes. He would sit in the chair, and I would come out and I would do a spin, and then he would look at the wardrobe artist and say, "Can I have the Polaroids?"
Kids. Did she say nice things about me? Because I will tase her if necessary.
Uh-oh.
I have the taser. We haven't had to use it in a long time. But
I said lots of nice things.
So I said nice things about you, too.
Oh.
That's going to get on TV.
What?
That's going to get on TV.
You see a lot of these videos coming out about how Dan Schneider is a weirdo. So, you know, I'm not surprised that now we're having this expose on him. It's giving
He pretty much, honestly, if you think about it, he was pretty much putting his fetishes like into his shows. If you
on
pay close
children's
attention.
shows at that.
Yes, like, because I'm like, Nickelodeon, it was like Slime Time, and then it was like Real Reality, and then you have like, I don't know, he was just like into feet, and you have these kids doing all these weird tricks with their feet and drawing on their feet and putting their toes in food, and I'm like, I do not want to see this. Like, I'm in my head as a child watching this, I'm like, who is producing this shit?
I know.
Because
I thought it was just
this is cringe. This is not cool. We are not doing this. Like, what middle schooler is doing that? I am not doing that. My mama would beat my ass if she probably wasting her good earned money and putting my feet in it for fucking views. She would, yes, she would lose her fucking mind. So why are you putting this on my TV screen?
Yeah, that was never my sense of humor. And
never.
I didn't know if it was a different audience that was being catered to. But I don't think that was anybody's sense of humor at the time. I think, like
I'm like,
you
that's
said,
what they doing in Florida?
No.
Because
it was just some weirdo stuff going on.
In Georgia. No.
But yeah.
That's why when I started tuning out of Nickelodeon, I'm like, yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, it started to get weird. Like, you could see in all the shows that he produced, like Victorious, like iCarly. And it wasn't just happening to young girls. It was happening to young guys too. And I know Jeanette Mccurdy was one of the first people that really that had a platform, really stood on business and exposed him.
In the book, she keeps referring to this person as the creator, which, if we all know, the creator of iCarly and Sam and Cat is none other than Dan Schneider. She never mentions him by name, but we can assume. Jeanette talks about how she felt like she was being sexualized on iCarly. Dan wanted her to wear 2 pieces, whereas she was more comfortable in a 1 piece. She also talks about a time when the creator pressured her to drink when she was underage. She continues talking about this time when he was massaging her shoulders and just making her really uncomfortable, and how she felt like she couldn't say anything or it would offend him, and she wanted to stay his favorite. Also, while they were filming Sam and Cat, Jeanette revealed that the creator had a bunch of emotional abuse allegations against him, so he wasn't even allowed to be there. He had to watch from a separate room because he wasn't allowed to be with the cast, which makes complete sense, because if you read this article that the New York Times did about Dan Schneider, which I talk about in that same video, that's why he was fired from Nickelodeon in 2018. When Jeanette finally left Nickelodeon, they wanted to give her a parting gift, which was basically hush money. It was $300,000 to never speak about her experience on the network, and she didn't take it. And that makes me very curious to know how many Nickelodeon stars this was offered to and how many of them took it.
She kept on expressing how she felt very uncomfortable on set, and basically reaching out to, I think, Miranda Cosgrove. They would text and kind of be friends a little bit. She was just trying to reach out to find comfort while working on set, basically, on top of her mom being an asshole. So there's that.
Jeez Louise, that was crazy. Yeah, I'm glad somebody exposed him though, because you can see it's definitely affected her mental health. And I think she compared herself to Ariana Grande, how they treated her versus how they treated, Ariana on set. It was very different.
Oh yeah, they were very more accommodating to Ari than her, because she was the bigger star at the time. So,
and
I'm okay, Nickelodeon, I thought y'all were all dreamy and shit. What? Now motherfuckers are grown and they're talking about no, that shit was not cakes and giggles, bitch.
It really wasn't.
They were in a sweatshop and put on TV little robots, basically.
And you can see how some of them were affected, how Amanda Bynes, for example, has ended up she's totally has had a breakdown, I feel and we've seen her over the years just popping up. And we talked about her last week and her conservatorship. I just don't know if this is the reason behind why she's had the mental breakdown. People are blaming Dan Schneider for Amanda Bynes.
Okay, not even to be funny, but let's just say it was Nickelodeon, because I loved Amanda Show, but you got a girl literally on TV screaming out, "Ma! Ma!" every fucking
Yo, that was hilarious, though.
At the week. Or fucking yeah, I would say that got a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes.
There's no way you doing that soberly, happily, just not to make me laugh. You ain't doing that every single fucking day.
And her co-stars have had issues. I know some of her co-stars that were on the documentaries have came out on TikTok and just said they're going to be talking about it. So I guess we'll see what happens on this. What's it called? Quiet on Set.
These are 3 predators who worked at Nickelodeon, all in a short amount of time.
Hey guys, what are ready for you?
It was a toxic environment. It made me trust people less.
We were there for so many hours. You get comfortable with people until you're not. I had no idea what I was saving my son from. It's a house of horrors. They find this enormous trove of child pornography. The officer said we found Ziploc bags, each one with a girl's name on it.
11 charges of child sexual abuse related to a child actor.
It made me wonder who was being hurt.
I've been waiting 17 years for today.
It wasn't dealing with anybody on the shows or anything, right?
It was a child actor.
On one of our shows.
Yes.
Have you ever told your story publicly before?
And I guess the reveal has came out now that it's gonna be Drake from Drake and Josh.
Oh, Drake Bell, yes.
Mhm.
I am excited to watch that because it's like, yeah, let's finally expose what's been going on behind the scenes. I feel like Disney is going to be next, but I feel like Disney got way, well, I don't know. They both got a lot of money, but I think Disney has a lot of like NDAs, like long-term ones. So I'm not sure because I'm excited to hear about what's going on. Cartoon Network is like, I'm out of it because we just do cartoons. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know some weird stuff going on though, like with Drake and Josh. Twin, did you know anything about like Drake Bell, like his behavior, like how he's been acting over these past few years?
Child, I don't know shit about Drake other than I think the man might have been an alcoholic and was frolicking around LA, I think being a menace at one point. Um, but then also I think I remember his wife putting out like a post like looking for him. I remember like they were looking for him and I remember thinking like, Lord, please not nothing happened to him. Like I hope they find him. And they did find him, but when a lot of people were wondering like how can you just not find Drake? Like, like he's a pretty recognizable guy. And I think that got a lot of people talking about how his life had kind of turned since airing on the show, how much money we really think that people have, what demons that they carry and walk around with, like from that. So he had just, I don't know if it was mental health issues. I'm not really sure what, but he definitely has something going on. I believe that the wife that he had during this time ended up divorcing him shortly thereafter. I know he got into it with Josh, is that the other boy's name, about not being invited to his wedding. So, and personally for me, I can't remember, y'all are not y'all, but y'all watching. Y'all are internet detectives, so go find it and send it to me. But I could have sworn I seen something about him hitting on younger people. I'm not gonna say like
No.
but I have this theory that I just think about guys who were on, and girls, is there's no distinction, but not when you're like a child, like Drake and Josh and them were like teenagers, and you had Drake that played like this heartthrob. He was cool on the show, everybody wanted him. I'm sure it was maybe like that in real life. And sometimes I fear that maybe some of the child actors get stuck in that demographic that like worships them. Like you are a heartthrob to maybe like a 13 to 16 demographic, and you may not know how to relate with adults. I don't know how old they were when they were like performing on the show. I know sometimes they perform younger or like play younger cast, whatever. So I think there's a hard transition for child actors to get acclimated to real life, especially when they use their face in the case like Drake or Amanda, because children recognize you. With cartoons, at least you have the privacy of like, unless you're just talking in your cartoon voice, people may not recognize you, but
yes,
people are gonna recognize Amanda.
Lindsay Lohan was like, like the first one that everybody was like, oh no. And it's like, yo, she is not a little girl no more. Like she is grown and she is dealing with her traumas the best way she know how. And unfortunately, that's how that played out. So she's better now. So amen to that.
Yeah, she has glowed
my
up
sis
again.
found the light.
So yeah, she's glowing literally.
She is, yeah, like my sis.
But yeah, we have no idea what happened on set, like to these children. Let's remind everybody.
Right, because they were kids at the time.
But yeah, surprisingly to us, they were doing a lot more than we had thought.
Dude, they said they were kids themselves, so they had to be kids.
What did you telling me though, AP, about some like stuff they were doing on set? On what show was that? It was a Nickelodeon show. On Ned's Declassified.
Oh yes. So on Ned's Declassified, I don't know if anyone have seen now. Like, there's been like this reel going around of like the current podcast of them as adults. And they were definitely exposing them doing sexual things at the time. Like, of course, they're portraying them in middle school. So they're talking about giving each other head for the first time, finishing on set, like coming. I'm like, whoa,
oh my God.
Whoa. If there's a way to fucking like ruin my fucking childhood, is to have me thinking you were sucking dick in between sets of this shit. Like, whoa. And he's like literally asking her, like, you really want to talk about this? And she's like, yes, let's get into it. And yeah, that definitely happened in their trailer as they were children. So that just opens up the door for plenty of things could have happened on set.
Yeah, it makes
if
you
kids
think.
were unattended that long to be sucking dick and not reading lines.
Oh my God. It makes me think about what Orlando Brown he be saying everything in these interviews. So, all of this is allegedly.
That's what I said. Don't Disney. I can't wait for Disney shit to crack. They up in their castle being Rapunzel right now. Untouchables. They're like, that's not happening over here. But no, I know they got some people waiting to expose them, like itching.
Yeah, I remember Orlando Brown saying that him and Raven Symone were doing some scandalous things. I don't know how true
He said
that
he
was.
ate her cootie cat. He said he ate her cootie cat. He said he ate her cootie cat.
What he said?
Oh my God.
Like Raven did when she was black.
I mean, I told you in the first interview. I mean, she gave me, and then I gave her some. I do, yeah.
He hit the Bill Cosby on the pussy.
Please. Yeah, that's
he hit the
crazy.
Bill Cosby on the pussy. And that's, again, Disney, the worst thing you could have done was fucking put Eddie and Raven to act like they were supposed to be in a relationship. Like,
that ruined the fantasy so much. Because Devon
ruined
was so
it.
fine.
You don't go from Devon to Eddie.
So fine.
Devon was like, you don't do that to your viewers. The ones that were truly invested, that was a letdown. Thumbs down. You lost it.
And just all the stuff going on with like Annalise Van Der Pol or Chelsea, like basically having this big secret that we're just waiting for the timer on the NDA to come up so we can finally
the bitch out her contract. Let my freckled redheaded sister go. Stop treating my bitch like Raggedy Ann and let her talk her shit. Because
the sun is coming out today, not tomorrow.
Oh, Annie.
Free Vanderpol. Hashtag it. Y'all go ahead and set the trend. We're going to free her from her NDA. We got to start the movement for her, okay? Because that's some bullshit. It's time's up. When was the last time? Well, yeah. Actually, let me think a second. Didn't they bring That's So Raven back, like Raven's Home or some shit?
They did.
Isn't she on is that not on Disney Plus?
She's on there. She's on there.
Is that currently airing? Or did that stop?
It was currently.
Okay, is it like stopped? It's over?
Baby, that would require me viewing the feature, and I didn't.
Hello, not watching.
I deny.
Have not watched. That's why I'm like, this is so interesting.
I've watched it, but I've only seen like the first couple of seasons. I'm not sure if the show continued past that or not. But
Season.
Yeah.
Friend, you were invested.
I was, I loved Raven. She was my crush. She was my woman crush every day back in the day before
Did you watch the Proud Family?
Of course, I watched the
Come back.
Proud Family. I love the Proud Family.
Yes, that was good. I like that little respin. That was nice.
Yeah, Orlando Brown was on that show also, but I'm not sure if they called
Yes, he
him back
was.
to do Raven's Home
No,
or
they
the Proud
did
Family.
not. They did not call Sticky. They did not call Sticky Icky back to work. Okay, they left him out. Okay,
Yeah,
and that's
shame.
okay because Orlando got a bag on Bad Boy.
He did, but it's
He was
sad
done with
that
Natalie.
he had to hook up with Natalie in the first place because he has been out since we were children. Like he was in all kinds of movies.
Again, another child star thrown out here.
Like, let's name some of his resume. Let's talk about Orlando Brown with the
Jamie
downfall.
Foxx show.
Oh, he was on the Jamie Foxx, huh?
Yes, he was for a little bit.
Major Pain.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh, that's
Major
another
Pain.
one. Yes.
He was a little boy in Major Pain.
We've seen
He
this
definitely
man
was on
working.
Moesha.
He was.
He was on Moesha a few times.
Was.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
would throw Martin out there, but
I was about to say, was he on Martin? You took the words out of my head, AP. I was like, why do I feel like the little nigga was on Martin?
I feel like the nigga was on Martin.
He was little enough, but old, like he was born because Major Pain is an old ass movie. So he definitely could have done Martin.
Yes.
Man.
Definitely could have done Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Orlando, for him to have been working his whole life to needing bail money to get out of jail. But why did he go to jail again? Does anybody know?
I think when I had looked it up, it said something about like domestic violence towards like an officer. But the more I read it, the more it seemed like he grabbed something to hit the officer and wasn't actually able to hit him. So they still locked him up just because, you try to hit a police officer. You can't do that. So.
Well, he shouldn't have needed the money.
And
anyway.
you're popular, you're known, you're a celebrity. They got to make you an example. So we're going to throw your ass in there.
Man, but from going to working on hit TV shows from a child to basically an adult to getting bail out of jail by Natalie Nunn, like that's an all-time low. And I'm glad that he was able to get his bag up with the Zeus Network. And I'm never a hater, but it's just crazy. Like, where did all the money go? And we look
if I had to guess, I'd say drugs, but that's just my guess.
Please.
If I'm being completely honest, my first thought would be drugs. Like,
and why does he need all these drugs?
Not you get on Beyonce's internet and tell these damn
Good night.
Drogas.
And if it wasn't that, I hope he invested in somewhere for him to stay.
Maybe like a house or something. I don't know.
I don't know if it was enough to buy a house now, but maybe get an apartment.
Yeah.
Rent a house. He could rent a house.
You think Zeus is cutting house checks?
Thank you. And that's I'm like, no. What's the name? Lemon Pep Step.
Lemon Peppy
Lemmy
not
Peppy.
Mr.
Dash. Mr. Dash.
Please.
Mr. Lori.
He's not
Mr.
taking
Lori,
that type
Mr.
of check.
Please. Please. Yeah, I think all of them from the That's So Raven show had an issue eventually. Like, I think Raven the only one that got her head on straight. And, some people...
Didn't Raven have a little spiral out?
Please, leave me alone. I'm trying to... Stop. I'm trying to give her grace. Leave Raven alone.
Have a little spiral moment. They was
coming for her because she said something
when she was talking about she wasn't black.
I'm tired of being labeled. I'm an American. I'm not an African American. I'm an American.
Oh, girl, don't set up the Twitter on fire.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
My Lord. What did you just say? Stop the tape right now. Okay.
I will say this.
What?
I mean, I don't know where my roots go to. I don't know how far back they go. I can't go on, I don't know how far back, and I don't know what country in Africa I'm from. But I do know that my roots are in Louisiana. I'm an American. And that's a colorless person. Because we're all people. I have lots of things running through my veins.
Yeah. There we go.
Please.
That's
Leave
why
her
I
alone.
stopped fucking. That's why I stopped fucking with sis. Thank you. I forgot. That's how much I loved her. I put it out my mind that did not happen. That's how much I loved her. I forgot until this exact moment. Bitch.
I was trying to breeze right past that, but
the same little girl that was rapping
the same way she was trying to breeze past us being black and her being black too, baby.
The same one that had the black episode on That's So Raven, where she was working at the shop, working at the store, and they was trying to tell her,
I don't hire black people. Could you say that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. My hat wasn't on. I said, the truth is, I don't hire black people.
And there you have it.
well, now listen, as a non-binary girly, I think that Raven meant, and I might be mistaken, but I don't identify as male or female. So I think what she was saying is she does not identify as male or female. She does not identify as black or white. She just identifies as being a human or a spirit inside of an avatar, or however you want to put it.
I mean, you're going to get a lot of flack for saying you're not African American. You know that, right?
I don't label myself.
Okay. So I want you to say what you really mean by that.
What I really mean by that is I'm an American. That's what I really mean. I have darker skin. I have a nice, interesting grade of hair. I connect with Caucasian. I connect with Asian. I connect with Black. I connect with Indian. I connect with each culture.
You are a melting pot in one body.
Aren't we all?
Yes.
Isn't that what America's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
That's what it's supposed to be. I personally feel that way.
So I think it was definitely something deper behind what she was saying. It just went over.
Is she non-binary?
Yeah, I think she might be, or if not, she's definitely queer.
Did she refer to
White
how did she refer to herself?
AP.
I might be making
Because
that
What
up.
are we talking about?
she black.
Look, anyway, they all
You
have
have
some
a
issues coming
certain
up.
responsibility. I'm put a disclaimer because it's my shit and I'm black. So I'm gonna say, as a black person, you have a certain responsibility. The same way we all carry generational trauma and generational pain, we carry a responsibility to get on Beyonce's internet and act accordingly. Say what you mean what you say. I do agree with you, White. I think that's what they were trying to say, but I need them to say just that, because at a time like this, and we all know what's going on, we don't have time for foolishness. And not that statement is foolishness, but we're not gonna take our black asses nowhere and tell people that we're not black. Are we just that? Absolutely not. We ain't never been just that. We've been so far from just that. That should never even be the fucking question. It's never been just that. We've always been a plethora, an abundance more than that, but still very much that. So don't get y'all asses on here like y'all fucking forgot. Sorry. Auntie ran over.
Yeah, I didn't try to drag Symone, but
I know I love Symone, but Symone is black, honey, and that was that. They are black.
Okay, well, I think everybody on the Disney network, and like you said, their downfall is gonna come sooner than later, probably. But
we gonna be 50.
Didn't her little brother from the show have issues as well?
Oh,
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle Massey. Yeah, Corey in the house.
Corey in the house.
Child, what was going on with him? I remember something in the back of my head, but I don't know what it was.
Kyle got in trouble. Okay, this is alleged because I'm not sure what will come, but it was alleged that Kyle Massey had been sending inappropriate pictures to a 13-year-old. And I don't know if any criminal charges had been followed up on, but I do know that the mother of the child decided to do like a civil lawsuit. But later the lawsuit was dropped. I didn't see any information about like why per se the mom dropped the lawsuit against Kyle. But in the last couple of years or so, I guess Kyle had not talked about the situation. I think it's been like, why? It's probably why you didn't remember. I think it's been about 7 or 8 years now since it had first came out. And I want to say in the past couple of years, Kyle has just came out and spoke about it. Touching on it a little bit, and the highlight of it was him disclosing that the mother of this child used to do SA against him. I think starting around the time that maybe he was like 15 years old or prior. You know what I'm saying? You guys do your research, and like I said, alleged as well for this woman, because I was not there. I don't know, and I don't think this has gone to court yet, but Massey just kind of spoke about the shock of having your predator, call you a predator. So, more to come civilly, criminally. I don't know, but it just goes to show that there is a lot on any cartoon child network that has come about. We have seen plenty of people come from these shows and have issues, and it makes you really question how these conglomerates got to be so big. And it makes me wonder how many of these people, like, I don't even know about Dan. He probably don't have kids because nasty fucks like him shouldn't. And I hope the universe worked out that way that he doesn't have any children.
Me too.
But it's like, it kind of feels like, I feel like I would go to Nickelodeon, and if I saw the back history of Nickelodeon, it would be like some nice country family that had like 15 fucking kids and was like, we have to find a way to entertain these little fucks. And you get what I'm saying? I would think it would start there. And then like the 15 kids grow up in Nickelodeon. Right. And it's like Disney doesn't sound like that. Nickelodeon doesn't sound like that. So then it makes me wonder what marketing team, what grown adults sat down and said, I think there's a great market for children.
Yes.
Let's make a network. Let's make a network for children. And then how many more adults did you bring in that maybe didn't have children? And that's what I just wonder is how many adults who don't have children or who don't have many interactions with children worked at Nickelodeon, worked with these children, their backgrounds, all of that. It makes me wonder.
Yeah, according to the documentary, quite a few just on the Nickelodeon network alone. They had at least a handful of them with a record. And that's not even talking about Disney. And like you said, it just messes them up from childhood to adulthood. Like, I know not only did Kyle Massey have that stuff going on with these allegations, but they were saying that even Stevens, Shia LaBeouf, that didn't they have some allegations on him too?
Shy.
Now I love me some Shy back in the day.
Shy did a lot of crazy stuff,
but
though.
Shy was doing some crazy stuff out here. They snatched him away from Transformers because he started losing his mind.
What
and
happened?
I don't even know what caused the spiral. Like, I could not tell you what started that. But I just remember seeing videos of him like going on rants, and I'm like, no, not even Stevens.
Yeah, I know they were upset about
Shy
that.
had a lot going on.
That Sia video he did with Lil Maddie, and I remember something about a box or something. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, he had this box he was in or something.
No, are you talking about the little structure that had the camera in it that you could talk to and rant to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, a box. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I think he was a part of, maybe it was in New York, it was somewhere. And it was just like a white structure, and I think it had a camera in it, and you were able to like just go up and confess things or talk. And he was having rants in front of it, and I think he also got arrested for assaulting somebody who went up to the camera and said that like Hitler was justified for doing what he did, or something to the effect of that. I think Shy has gotten to a rap beef battle with Soulja Boy and Lil Yachty.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I guess he released a diss track, and then Soulja Boy told Shy that he couldn't come to Atlanta. He wasn't welcome in the hood anymore. Shy has had a very long history of things, and again, it just goes back to mental health, and also just a lot of access, and I'm not going to say money, but just that's what I think, a lot of access. I think these kids get access to a lot of things more quickly than we ever do, or until maybe we're adults and their
Yes.
brains are still forming, while they're shooting these shows and making all this money, and traveling all these places. They're just children, with unformed brains. And it makes me think that not everybody's parents, but wherever the guardians or wherever the help was supposed to be at, the people who were supposed to be looking out for these children,
dropped the ball.
I don't know where that was. Yeah, definitely dropped the ball. And I don't know if they were pimping them for a check, because I feel like I've seen one or two Disney stars talking about that and about their family, like, almost being like the cash cow for their family. So of course they're on board for all the shit that the network wants you to do, because you're a star, you're making all this money for them. So it seems like a really nasty, dirty business that should be lighthearted and fun and innocent, at least for the actors and the child's sake. Their workspace, their work environment should be innocent. I mean, they already have that work. Okay, the least you could do is give the girls a free, safe, healthy, open, childlike, innocent environment to, keep whatever left innocence that they have for as long as they could. Because they became these stars getting played in millions of children's homes every week.
It's just sad to see all of these celebrities in their grown. Oh, this is so ghetto. Not the siren in the background. Somebody wrap this episode up.
Can you hear me? Am I
Yeah,
can I back?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So yeah, it's just really crazy to see all of the things that are happening. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer till the documentary comes out. We're gonna stay tuned. We're gonna keep an eye on Miss Van Der Pol's TikTok. Disney, free her till y'all free her, so that we can know what's going on.
Period.
Parents who have these child stars, advocate for your children. Make sure that you're in these spaces, have a healthy line of communication. If you're a child star, a friend of a child star, teenage star, young adult star, and you come across this, always find somebody to tell them something if you need to. Never feel ashamed, never feel embarrassed for anything that has happened to you. Find a safe space and let somebody know. Don't keep it to yourself. But other than that, we love you. We hope you like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Make sure you get our merch. Merch.
Buy their merch.
Buy the merch.
Buy the merch.
Is there anywhere that you want to be followed, AP? Thank you
Oh,
so
yeah,
much
follow
for
me
coming
on
on the show, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much, you guys. I enjoyed my time. Yes, everybody, y'all can follow me on Instagram. It's ape shit, 2 E's, period, no I in the shit, okay? Because we're a little classy, just a little bit. Just a smidge.
A little sprinkle.
I would definitely be tagging you down. Thank y'all for another episode. We love you guys. See you next week.
Y'all be safe.
No motherfucking bars.
I do.